Let's go through the group 30 vocabulary. So, aberrant is going to be unusual or irregular, aberrant behavior, for example. Abide has two definitions. The first one is to follow, like abide the rules, but it can also mean to tolerate. I cannot abide your clumsiness, for example. Bravado means boldness, the ability to take action. If somebody has bravado, they're a go-getter. Callow means naive, green, inexperienced. Often used to describe someone in their first job, for example. To capitulate means to give in or to yield or to surrender, to no longer fight. Cogitate means to think deeply about something, so like deliberate or ruminate. For some reason, every think deeply word ends in ate. Deportment refers to somebody's manners or their behavior, kind of their outward actions. So if someone's deportment is very polite, maybe they're chewing with their mouth closed and, following all of those kind of random rules at the dinner table. To extemporize means to improvise. If a teacher comes into the room and extemporizes the lesson, he or she has no idea what she's doing. Factious means divided, having two sides to something. Obviously, nowadays, politics are very factious. The internet has made that so. I'm sure everyone can relate. Fallow refers to land that is uncultivated or has no crops on it. It doesn't mean it's bad land necessarily, it just means that it's not currently being farmed. A feint is a pretended blow or ploy designed to lull somebody into a false sense of confidence so that they, basically you allow them to reveal their hand with your move, your feint. Flagrant means openly bad, not hiddenly bad, but like openly bad. It's just obviously bad. In basketball, they have something called a flagrant foul, for example. Gratuitous means unnecessary or no need. A lot of times, movies will be criticized for having either gratuitous nudity or gratuitous violence, which basically means excessive and just unnecessary. To grovel means to crawl, like on your knees, often used in kind of a sense that somebody's begging for something, maybe begging for their lives or something. Indecorous means rude or impolite, kind of goes with that word deportment. If somebody's deportment is indecorous, that's not a good thing. All right, let's go ahead and scroll down to the other 15. Intrigue obviously means to make you interested in something if it intrigues you, but it has a noun version as well, which means plotting or conspiracy. So if there's a lot of intrigue in the royal court, that means they're plotting to overthrow the king. Nominal has two definitions. Number one is in name only, which means there only looks like something in name, but it can also mean a small amount, like a nominal amount of something. Obdurate, like all of the words pretty much that begin with OB, it just means stubborn, obstinate, obdurate. Obstreperous means noisy and difficult to control. This is why a lot of people don't want to be elementary teachers because the classes are very obstreperous. Odious means repulsive, just the nastiest thing you can think of. Think about like a decaying animal or something. Yeah. Plucky means someone is very brave. It comes from the word pluck. So if somebody has a lot of pluck, they have a lot of bravery. If someone is plucky, they are brave. Precocious refers to children, most of the time, who are very advanced for their age. That child is precocious. That child is already using GRE words, a very precocious child. Remuneration means money. So anytime you do a service for somebody, you should expect some kind of remuneration. Slovenly or slovenly means like very lazy or having kind of a disheveled appearance, not looking very good in terms of, taking care of yourself or upkeep of your body and clothes. Soliloquy is going to mean a monologue. So if you go and watch one of Shakespeare's plays, for example, there's going to be a lot of soliloquies where the character is talking only to himself or herself and the audience. Spurn means to reject or avoid. You often hear it with the phrase spurn somebody's advances, which means kind of like reject their offer of a date. Stolid means impassive or phlegmatic, just reacting to something without a lot of emotion. Temerity refers to boldness, very much like bravado or just audacity. I can't believe you have the temerity to say that, something like that. Tenuous means kind of loose or weak or flimsy. If you have a tenuous grip on something, that's bad news. And then finally, verve refers to it, like somebody's invigoration or energy levels. If you have a lot of verve, that means you have a lot of energy.